Hi, I'm Kevin Flint, General Manager of Oasis Engineering. Today we're going to show you how to service a 1-inch coupler.
I'll be using the service kit instructions and the service kit provided by Oasis. These are available for both the male and female. Today I'll start with the female. First, clamp the hex of the female in the vise, and using the Oasis tool for removing the poppet, place this over the poppet. Then use a spanner which will allow you to gain access to the internals. Remove the poppet, the retainer, put the retainer aside and discard the poppet and the poppet spring. Then, using a pick such as the one shown, pull out the O-ring and backup from the female. Be careful not to scratch the body, and discard the O-ring and backup. Then put the female aside and we'll remove the poppet from the male. Hold the hex in the vise and, using the same poppet tool, loosen off the poppet retainer. Unwind the poppet retainer. Pull out and remove the poppet assembly. Discard the poppet and the poppet spring and keep the retainer. You've now disassembled all the parts, so ensure they're cleaned, including the poppet retainers. We'll then now assemble the female. Assemble the female poppet. This is the small poppet, the spring and the retainer. Apply anti-seize to both the poppet retainer thread and the shaft. Place this on the poppet tool and wind into the female body. This can be quite difficult because it's an MPT tapered thread. Be careful not to cross thread the poppet retainer as you tighten it in. Hold the female hex in the vise and use a torque wrench and tighten the retainer to 30 Newton meters. If you do not have a torque wrench, this is just tight. Next, install the O-rings. Always apply silicone grease to the O-ring. In this case, we put the O-ring in first, and then the backup, with the backup groove facing the O-ring on top, as shown in this image. And that's the female complete. Next, we reassemble the male. Take the retainer, the poppet and the spring. Assemble them together with anti-seize on the shaft of the poppet retainer and on the thread. Assemble this on the poppet tool and screw into the male. Again, be careful not to cross thread the retainer, as this is possible and can lead to damage. Hold the male hex in the vise and use a torque wrench and tighten to 30 Newton meters. Again, if you do not have a torque wrench, this is just tight. Check the poppet activates freely and you have completed your assembly.